before we say goodbye, is the fact that, in Roswell, they say the government, there was a crash, and the government had these bodies they recovered from the crash, and they're extra. You wrote me and said they did have bodies, but not what people thought.
Right. I have a beloved brother out here. Our schedules and weather hinders us from spending more investigative time together. I call him Brother Blue. Mm-hmm. on my radio show, Area 33 at blogtalkradio.com, to protect his identity. So we've been looking into stuff here and there. We're trying to really do some investigating on constant rumors I hear from the old folks. The old folks out here, and there are still plenty of them left from those days when this Roswell thing hit the fan.
1947.
Yes, 1947, that's right. That there is an underground tunnel that runs north-south through town, connecting not only the old Roswell Army Air Force Base, but it runs north-south through town, out through the north, out into the desert, and a branch runs off to the old Masonic Lodge. So we've been really trying to find out about that. Now, as far as bodies being found, first let me say that a disc did crash, okay, but it was a Nazi disc. The Nazis had flying disc technology. But because of its electromagnetic fields, they couldn't use it as an offensive weapon. So they had this radically ooh-ah sports car that could do nothing for them. Okay? So this was some of the technology that we had absconded with post-World War II through Operation Paperclip. People need to look into this, too. Okay? So you have Operation Paperclip. Out here, they're testing this flying disc technology. Now, Brother Blue and I have done some snooping, shall we say, and my line of work, I get a chance to talk to elderly people. Mm-hmm. And I'm not afraid to ask questions. And I like broaching the subject like, so what do you think of this Roswell thing that happened in 1947? What do you think of aliens? Yeah. You'd be amazed at how freely they're willing to tell us things that they know from back then that you don't hear about from modern ufologists. We heavily suspect that, A, they were testing microwave weapons, okay, and there's a pretty good reason to believe that. Brother Blue has uncovered some astounding information from older gentlemen who are dying that were working on the base when that happened, back in 47, that they were testing microwave weapons, and that they used it against one of these flying discs to see if they could use it as a weapon to shoot these things down, okay, which it did. Now, small bodies.
Yeah.
Where did these things come from? The whole deal about aliens is a cover story, we believe, Brother Blue and myself, because at Fort Sumner, New Mexico, which is about an hour and a half-ish drive northeast of Roswell, a small, sleepy little town there. At one time, there was one of these state or government-run institutions for, like, handicapped or mongoloid children. Mm-hmm. Okay? Roswell sits in the Permian Basin. As you travel west out of here up into the mountains, you enter into what's called the Lower Hondo. As you continue to drive up into the mountains, you get into what's called the Upper Hondo. And it's at this point that Brother Blue has found out that there was a stopover station because, let me backtrack again, one of my elderly business associates told me that she remembers as a little girl government people coming to this institute and taking children away that never came back.
Is that right?
Yes. Okay, Brother Blue has uncovered that there was a stopover or like a way station in the Upper Hondo that government types would show up with these children, stay a day or two, and then take them off, never to be seen again. We propose that they put the children in these discs to see what the effects of microwave beams would do to the pilots, as well as what the microwave beams would do to the vehicle itself.
Human guinea pigs.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And people say, oh my God, but that's eugenics. Well, yeah, in a sense, yes, it is. Because if you go back in history and look, the Nazis patterned their eugenics program after our eugenics program that came out of the late 19th century and into the early 20th century. They openly said that.
Totally believable as far as I'm concerned.
So this is what Brother Blue and I are proposing, and we are the only ones. So I guess you could say you heard it here.